Hi everyone, welcome to Swahili Kingdom. Welcome and welcome again. And if you are new in this channel, this is your first time to watch a video in this channel, remember to subscribe so that you don't miss videos in this channel. So today we are going to learn the 15 Swahili superpower verbs. Why am I calling them superpower verbs? Because when you have these 15 verbs, when you know these 15 verbs, you can acquire a lot more vocabulary with them. Because they are easy, their conjugation in the present, past, and future tense are very easy, and they are used almost everywhere, every time, in every sentence. You might not miss some of these verbs, okay? So when you know these 15 verbs, they are going to help you acquire a lot more vocabulary, as I said. Are you ready for us to continue with the verbs? Okay? In the next video, I'm going to give you a story that is going to have these verbs. Then it is going to help you to acquire more verbs. Then tell me how this method is going. I'm very curious to know what you think about this method. If you have acquired something with this method, just comment down below so that I can continue helping others with this method, because this is the same method that I'm using in Italian. Remember, I started Italian in January. Adesso io parlo italiano. Io parlo italiano, però adesso io parlo italiano, ma non molto bene. Però io parlo italiano. So if you want to acquire more things with this method, continue watching the video. Let's see the 15 superpower verbs that are going to help you acquire more Swahili. Okay? So the first one is kuwa. If you are a beginner, or I don't want to know which level you are, whether you are a beginner, an intermediate, or whichever level you are, you need to know the verb kuwa and its conjugation in the present, past, and future tense, because it is going to help you a lot. When you are reading and then you find the verb kuwa, it is going to have other verbs, and when it has other verbs, it will be easier for you to acquire. So what is kuwa? Kuwa is, in English, is to be. So when you want to say, I will be a doctor, I will be a teacher, I will be a fisherman, I will be a farmer. So you need to use the verb kuwa. Okay? The conjugation is very easy, very, very easy. In the present tense, I think I've said this 1,000 times, but let me repeat. In the present tense, we use ni for all the people. And when you want to negate in the present tense, use si. So I'm going to teach you the present tense alone for now. The others, you can go watch this video. I'm not sure if it will be here or here. You can go watch it. It is about kuwa verb, okay? Kuwa, to be, how you can conjugate it in the present, past, and future. Of course, the present you now know. Mimi ni daktari. Mimi ni mwalimu. It means I am a doctor. I am a teacher. So you are going to encounter that verb many, many, many times, be it in simple sentence or in complex ones, okay? Make sure you know it. The other verb is kuwa na. Kuwa na, to have. A verb that it is, I don't know how to emphasize more on this, but it is a very, very, very important verb when it comes to forming sentences. You want to speak in Swahili? It's a must that you know this verb. Especially if you are a beginner, you don't know which verbs you need to start with. Kuwa na, you should be knowing this verb, to have. So I'm going to teach you the simple way to form a present tense. So when you want to form a present tense, put the 6 personal subject prefixes. Ni, u, okay? Put those prefixes. Then after putting them, put na at the end. So, nina, una, tuna, wana, okay? So that way, nina gari, I have a car. Nina nguo, I have a cloth. Nina mkono, I have a hand, okay? Una kalamu, you have a pen. Una kitabu, you have a book. So it is very simple. That is how you can conjugate it. Very simple. And in the past and future tense, it takes the same form as the verb kuwa to conjugate it. So very simple as well. When you know kuwa, you automatically know kuwa na. So you see, these verbs are very simple and very helpful. The third verb is kufanya. To do, kufanya. Okay, who doesn't use this verb? Of course, every day you will be doing something, or you are doing something, or you did something. So when you know this verb, how to conjugate it in the past, present, future. The easy thing about Swahili is that when you want to make a phrase or a sentence, you need to know the personal prefix, the personal subject prefix, okay? And after that, you need to know the tense. So it uses prefixes. And after that one, you add the verb, and it is simple. For example, ninafanya, personal subject prefix, tense, and the verb. I am doing. Ninafanya, I am doing. Unafanya, you are doing. Very simple, very clear. Make sure you know that verb to advance. Okay? Okay, the next verb is kuweza. Kuweza. So this is an auxiliary verb that it is very, very important. When you want to say, you can do this. For example, when you want to say, I can speak Swahili. Ninaweza ongea Kiswahili. Don't worry about ongea, we are going to get into it because it is also important to know that verb. Okay? So when you say, ninaweza kuongea Kiswahili, I can speak Kiswahili, okay? You are just starting, but you can say a sentence at least because of the auxiliary verb kuweza. Ninaweza, okay? Then the next verb is kutaka, another auxiliary verb. Kutaka, to want, to want. Ninataka Kiswahili. Ninataka mwalimu. I want. Ninataka. Unataka. Okay? So when you want to say something, make sure you know how to say the verb want. And it is going to help you acquire more words in Swahili. Okay? The other verb which learners don't know, many learners don't know this word. When I use it, I think they get lost sometimes. They don't know it. But if you know it, it is going to help you because it is used many times. It is used when you want to make a commitment, or when you want to talk to someone in a polite way. Maybe you want to leave and you don't want them to feel that you are being rude. You can use this verb. Kuhitaji, to need. For example, ninahitaji kusoma. I need to read. Ninahitaji kusoma. Ninahitaji kuondoka. I need to leave. Okay? So when you know this verb, it is going to help you to acquire other verbs. And when you acquire other verbs, those other verbs are going to help you acquire more verbs, or more phrases, more words, and the easier it is going to be. Okay? Let's go to the next verb. The next verb is kufa. Actually, most of the people don't know this verb, and it is very important because they don't know it, they just memorize when someone speaks. For example, when I say, ninafaa kusoma, so someone will memorize, ninafaa kusoma. It means I have to read. So the verb kufa means have to have to. Ninafaa kusoma, I have to. Ninafaa kuongea, I have to. So ninafaa kusoma, I have to read. Ninafaa kuongea, I have to talk. I have to talk. Okay? Make sure you know that verb. Okay? The next verb that you are going to is kuona. Kuona. For example, when I say, ninaona karatasi. Ninaona karatasi. Okay, karatasi is a paper. This is karatasi. So ninaona, kuona is to see. Ninaona, I see. Okay, let's use the verb that we've just said, kuweza plus kuona. Ninaweza kuona. I can see. Okay, you see how simple these things are. When you get one, you can get more words from it, like you can acquire. Ninaweza kuona. Unaweza kuona. Anaweza kuona. Tunaweza kuona. Okay? Kuona. Okay, so this verb is, kuona is to see. This verb is mostly confused with kutazama kutazama and kuangalia. Kuona, kutazama, kuangalia. Okay, let me clarify it today. Kuona is to see. Kuona is to see. Kutazama is to watch. Kutazama. You can say, ninatazama YouTube. I'm watching YouTube. But that one is not very correct. You need to say, ninatazama video ya YouTube. I'm watching a YouTube video. But you can say, ninatazama YouTube. I'm watching. Tazama. Kuangalia is to look. To look. So they are the same as English. They are used the same as in English, because many people ask, these verbs, kuona, kutazama, kuangalia, what do they mean? How can you differentiate them? Are they used differently? So now you know. They are used the same way as in English. The next verb is kuja. 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 So what does that verb mean? Kuja. To come. To come. For example, you can say, ninakuja. I am coming. Ninakuja. A very simple verb that you are going to acquire other words or verbs or phrases with it. Okay? Someone can say, ninakuja kuona. Ninakuja kuona. I am coming to see. Ninakuja kuona. Okay? Then we have another verb. Kudhani. Kudhani. Okay, I've added this verb because this is what I usually tell my students. When you ask them a question, they will say, I think this is the answer. I think this is the answer. So what I usually tell them, use the verb kudhani. So say, nadhani, you can use Kiswahili then English. No problem. It's your first time, you can use them. So you can say, nadhani, this is the answer. Nadhani, this is the answer. So nadhani is to think. I think this is the answer. So nadhani is to think. Kudhani is to think. Kufikiri is also to think. So what is the difference? Here is the difference. When you say kudhani, kudhani is to think, but you are not sure of what you are thinking about, of what you are saying. For example, when a student says, nadhani, this is the answer. They are not sure. They are making hypothetical statements. They are saying, I think this is the answer, but I'm not sure. But when you are sure about something, you say, nafikiri. Nafikiri, this is the answer. So you are sure. You are not 50-50, or maybe you are not thinking that it is not the answer. What you are thinking is that is the answer. Okay? The other verb is kula. Kula. Kula is to eat. Who doesn't eat? So when someone asks you, unafanya nini? Okay, nini is what? What? Kufanya is to do. We have done that verb already. So when someone asks you, unafanya nini? What are you doing? You say, ninakula, I am eating, or nitakula, I will eat. Nilikula, I ate. Okay? A very important verb that you need to know, because maybe when you have eaten or you are planning to eat and your friend, your Swahili friend asks you something, and maybe you don't want to lie, you want to say the truth so that you can acquire, because you know when you say the truth, your brain is connecting what you have done with what you are saying. So when you are learning a language, don't lie. Most of the time, if you are lying, don't lie, because when you speak the truth, your brain will be connecting what you have done and what you are saying. So for example, let me give you an instance. When someone asks you, unafanya nini? Maybe you are reading and then you say you are eating. Maybe you are reading, then you say ninakula. So what your brain is going to do, it is going to think that reading is cooler. It is going to think reading is cooler. So don't lie when you are learning a language. Lie afterwards, after you've gotten the concept of the language, after you have acquired. Okay? Then the other verb is kujifunza. Kujifunza. Kujifunza is to learn. A verb that if you are learning Swahili, of course you need to know the verb to learn. kujifunza. Ninajifunza Kiswahili, I am learning Swahili. Nitajifunza Kiswahili, I will learn Swahili. Okay? Use it to communicate and to get more words from other people and acquire. Let people know that you want to speak using these superpower verbs in Swahili, okay? The other verb is kusikia. Kusikia. So kusikia is to hear. For example, you can say ninasikia kelele. Kelele is noise. Ninasikia mazungumzo. Mazungumzo is what we do every time we finish a lesson. This is what I'm going to give you in the other video, mazungumzo, on these verbs that we have just acquired, so that these verbs can stick and you can acquire more things. So for example, this is mazungumzo, a conversation, mazungumzo. So ninasikia mazungumzo. And sometimes this verb, it is used as kusikiliza. Don't mind how they have written it or how they are pronouncing it. It means the same thing. Ninasikiliza mazungumzo. Ninasikiliza kelele. Okay? So, yeah, those are the 15 verbs. I think I have said 13, but I have added some other verbs that synonyms of some verbs, so that's why I have said 15. I hope they are going to help you acquire more things in Swahili. And good luck, all the best. Don't forget to subscribe. And by the way, if you want a personal tutor who will help you in your Swahili, instead of learning Swahili in 3 years, you learn Swahili in 1 year or 1.5 of a year, you can contact me via my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is there, or you can write an email to learnswahili@gmail.com, or you can reach me via Instagram. Wherever you want, wherever you want, you can get me, as long as there is an account. I have an account on Instagram, Facebook. Here on YouTube, you can comment. On email, you can text me on WhatsApp. So whichever method that you are interested in, and when you text me, we are going to talk after that. I'm going to help you. I'm going to hold your hand in this journey of learning Swahili, and we are going to work together and help you acquire these things that people are saying are hard. They are not hard, they are easy. And always remember, experts were once beginners. Tuonane tena siku nyingine. Kwaheri.